Hello, and welcome to Gardening with Grace. No, actually, welcome to Haemi Thoughts. I realized that, even though I made this podcast to record how much I've changed during college, honestly, I don't really think I've changed that much. I don't really feel very different. I mean, of course, it's like me, but I think since I've been talking about the same thing, the same experiences every week, I think maybe I should switch it up and talk about one specific topic in general. One specific topic in general. Okay, for this week, I'm going to talk about this one event that I went to. I'm going to talk about the Detroit Auto Show. I went there yesterday. I went there with my boyfriend, and we actually missed the first bus out to Detroit from campus, and man, that was kind of a bummer, but I don't know, we stayed for Panera for like 2 hours and just kind of waiting it out for the next bus. And did you guys know there's a free shuttle to Detroit from Ann Arbor? I did. That's why I used it. And I went there finally. I thought my expectation was that it would be really crowded, that there would just be a bunch of cars, I would get really tired, and altogether I'm probably gonna get a headache from all the walking around and like so many people around me. And everything that I just said happened, so I didn't get a headache, which was great. But there were a lot of people, there were a lot of cars, and honestly, I don't know if I really learned that much that day, yesterday, and honestly, I don't know if I can really recognize any of the cars I saw just from looking at them. I didn't really know if I got that much out of it, but I did learn that Ford trucks open weird. Their doors open weird, like, they're not like regular doors where they open the same way. They open so that it's just one giant hole in the side of the car. It's pretty cool. And then, what else did I learn? I learned that people can have the same, I've never had a passion, so I've never experienced this, but people can just kind of like talk to each other like strangers. Like they just talk because the one thing that they have in common is that they love cars. And so I saw people talking to like other people just kind of mumbling like, yeah, this one's got this horsepower and this kind of wheels and like, yeah, this engine. And the other guys were like, yeah, I know, it's got so much power, right? And then they're like, yeah. And they just kind of look at the car, admiring it. And I'm just looking at them. I'm admiring them, admiring the car. And I took a picture of probably at least like car with like random people in it. But it's okay because you don't really look at the people inside, but it's like also the people who are outside of the car taking pictures of the car. And I'm taking a picture of, like inadvertently I'm taking a picture of people taking pictures. They're probably taking pictures of other people taking pictures too. I mean, in the car. And I don't know, besides that, yeah, I don't really know what to expect, but it was fun. Probably gonna go again next year. Oh my goodness, the shenanigans needed to go all the way to Detroit. I felt so tired. I was exhausted. I was dizzy. I didn't eat all day. And honestly, I just gained a new appreciation, I guess. New appreciation for things that I would have otherwise been like, whatever. The same thing with sports. Like when I went to my first football game, before then, I had no appreciation for it. I was like, this is so dumb. Like, I don't understand how people can get so worked up over it and get like almost violent and riot and stuff. Like why? It just makes no sense to me. But then after I went to my first football game, I gained a little bit more insight on why people can get so worked up. It's all about the hive mind, I think, with sports. It's like getting worked up because you feel like you're part of something bigger. You're part of like for example, if you're just this one tiny human, but you can control a giant robot like exoskeleton, like that's how I kind of imagine sports fans as. Like people who lead normal lives and they live kind of like a quiet existence. But then when they follow their sports and they see other people following their sports, they're like controlling a giant robot exoskeleton. Like they are part of something bigger. And that's what I found about people being fans of anything. I'm not really a fan of like anything, like at all, actually. I'm kind of just like a mediocre fan. I kind of know like a little bit of everything. But at the auto show, I saw people who were freaking out over like cars, and I thought, this is what people do. They are the tiny human inside the giant robot exoskeleton. Who would have thought? I don't know if I'll ever be like that for anything in my life, but hopefully, I don't know, I could have my own giant robot exoskeleton someday. Oh, I'm only 18, meaning I'm super ancient. I'm feeling the ache in my joints already. It's getting kind of cold. Well, this has been another episode of Haemi Thoughts. Catch you guys next time.